Look at your palm carefully. Not casually, not for a second, but with attention. In the soft lines crossing your hand, in the curves formed by years of movement, there may be a delicate shape that resembles a crescent moon. It is not always obvious. Sometimes it appears when the hand bends slightly inward. Sometimes it forms between two intersecting lines near the base of the thumb or beneath the little finger. If you have noticed this mark before, you may have dismissed it as coincidence. But what if it is not random at all? Across ancient spiritual traditions, the hand has been seen as a map of potential. Not a fixed destiny, but a living blueprint of tendencies, strengths, lessons, and awakenings. In certain streams of Eastern contemplative wisdom, curved markings resembling the crescent moon were believed to symbolize inner awakening, karmic completion, and accelerated transformation. The crescent moon is not just a symbol of night. It represents transition. It is the phase between darkness and fullness. It is the promise that something is growing, even if it is not yet complete. If this symbol appears in your palm, especially clearly and unbroken, it has long been associated with cycles closing and new pathways opening. Why 2026? Because numerologically and energetically, 2026 carries the vibration of completion and responsibility. When reduced, 2 + 0 + 6, it equals 10, and further reduces to 1. 1 represents beginnings, leadership, and new identity. When a year reduces to 1, it often marks the start of a personal chapter unlike any before. If you carry the crescent mark, the coming cycle may not be ordinary for you. The first thing that may begin unfolding is heightened intuition. You may notice you sense outcomes before they occur. You may feel drawn away from environments that once felt comfortable. Conversations that used to energize you may now feel draining. This is not loss, it is refinement. The crescent symbolizes sensitivity to unseen rhythms. In the months leading into 2026, you may experience vivid dreams, sudden insights, or repeated signs that feel too synchronized to ignore. Trust will become your lesson. Not blind trust in others, but trust in your own perception. The second shift relates to relationships. When the crescent appears in the palm, it has traditionally been linked to karmic connections resolving. Some relationships may deepen suddenly. Others may quietly fade without conflict. Do not fear this. The moon does not cling to one phase forever. In 2026, you may meet someone who feels familiar instantly, as though you have known them beyond time. Or you may finally understand why a past connection ended the way it did. Closure will not arrive as drama. It will arrive as clarity. The third unfolding involves purpose. Many people move through life reacting rather than choosing. But when a crescent mark is present, especially if it intersects the line of destiny, it suggests awakening through responsibility. You may feel an unexpected call to guide others, teach something you have learned, or step into visibility despite past hesitation. The energy of 1 in 2026 amplifies leadership, not dominance, but authenticity. Do not confuse this with sudden fame. The change may be subtle at first, a new project, a new role, a new direction you once feared but now feel ready to embrace. The fourth development connects to emotional healing. The crescent is a gentle symbol. It does not represent forceful change. It represents gradual illumination. Old wounds may resurface briefly, not to hurt you again, but to be fully released. You may find yourself forgiving someone you thought you never could, or forgiving yourself for choices made in confusion. Emotional weight that has quietly influenced your decisions may begin dissolving. The fifth and perhaps most profound shift is alignment. Alignment between what you think, what you say, and what you do. Many people live fragmented lives. They speak one truth, feel another, and act from fear. The crescent moon in the palm has long symbolized integration. By 2026, situations may arise that require you to choose authenticity over approval. Each time you choose authenticity, momentum builds. It is important to understand something clearly. Symbols do not control you. They reflect tendencies. A mark in your palm is not a guarantee of events. It is an invitation to awareness. If you have this crescent, begin observing your life now. Notice what feels incomplete. Notice what you avoid. Notice where your intuition whispers but you override it. Preparation matters. Spiritual cycles reward readiness. Spend time strengthening your clarity. Meditation, journaling, or silent walks can sharpen perception. Reduce noise where possible. The Crescent thrives in stillness. Also pay attention to your environment. Rearrange spaces that feel stagnant. Remove objects tied to memories you no longer wish to carry. Physical clearing often mirrors internal clearing. If you doubt whether the mark in your palm truly resembles a crescent, gently compare both hands. Sometimes it appears more strongly on the dominant hand, indicating active transformation. On the non-dominant hand, it may suggest latent potential, waiting for conscious action. Do not obsess over perfection of shape. Symbols in the hand are rarely textbook clear. What matters is the intuitive recognition you feel when you look at it. Another sign that the crescent is active in your life is recurring lunar imagery. You may notice the moon repeatedly in dreams, art, or random encounters. Synchronicity amplifies when transformation approaches. As 2026 draws closer, you may feel a quiet sense of anticipation without knowing why. Trust that feeling. It is the internal tide shifting. But remember, transformation is rarely loud. It often begins invisibly. The crescent teaches patience. It is not the full moon demanding attention. It is the subtle curve promising growth. If you carry this mark, the coming year is less about external reward and more about internal realignment. External results will follow naturally when alignment strengthens. Watch how you respond to unexpected opportunities. Watch how you handle endings. Watch how you treat your own intuition. The 5 things that may happen are not random blessings falling from the sky. They are awakenings triggered because you are finally ready. And readiness begins now. Look at your palm again. Not with superstition, but with awareness. Whether the crescent is bold or faint, whether it is perfectly shaped or only suggested, the deeper message remains the same. Cycles are shifting. Something is closing. Something is beginning. And if your soul feels a quiet recognition as you read these words, that recognition may be the first sign that the unfolding has already started. And as you move further into the unfolding of 2026, the third phase of transformation begins to manifest in tangible ways. The subtle shifts you noticed earlier, intuition, clarity, alignment, and emotional release, now extend into your daily actions. You may find yourself approaching routines differently, noticing the energy of your surroundings more acutely, and prioritizing tasks that resonate deeply with your evolving purpose. Morning rituals, once mechanical, now carry intention. You may begin to stretch deliberately, feeling each movement rather than rushing through motions. Simple actions like drinking water, opening a window, or stepping into sunlight are imbued with awareness, enhancing your vitality in ways previously unnoticed. Even routine breakfast choices become deliberate, focusing on nourishment that fuels both body and mind. The crescent moon in your palm serves as a reminder that timing is essential. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, your energy ebbs and flows. Learn to work with these cycles instead of resisting them. Some days may feel slow or heavy, others vibrant and expansive. Honor each day for what it brings, using energy wisely and conserving it where necessary. As your inner perception sharpens, so does your ability to discern the quality of connections. People and situations that previously seemed neutral may now reveal their true nature. You may recognize relationships that support growth versus those that drain or distract. This discernment is a gift, enabling you to allocate your time and attention to what truly matters, cultivating harmony and reducing unnecessary stress. Financial and material aspects of life may also begin to realign. You might notice opportunities appearing more clearly, often in unexpected forms. These are not arbitrary coincidences, but reflections of your readiness to receive abundance aligned with purpose. Approach them with careful consideration, ensuring that each choice supports your long-term vision rather than providing temporary gratification. Your physical body continues to respond to mindful care. Strength and mobility, which may have felt tenuous in previous years, begin to stabilize and improve as you maintain consistent, intentional habits. Gentle exercise, walking and stretching, performed with awareness, amplify the benefits, reinforcing the mind-body connection and supporting overall health. Emotionally, you may experience heightened sensitivity and empathy. Encounters with others may provoke deeper responses, revealing the interconnectedness of experience. This heightened awareness allows for compassionate action and communication, fostering meaningful relationships and personal growth. It also offers opportunities to guide and support others, reflecting the expanded sense of responsibility that accompanies spiritual alignment. Sleep patterns and restorative practices gain importance. As your internal rhythms shift, ensuring consistent, high-quality rest allows the body to repair and rejuvenate, maintaining energy for daily challenges. Mindful practices before bedtime, such as reflection, journaling, or light meditation, enhance sleep quality and deepen insight into personal development. You may encounter challenges or moments of uncertainty, but these are integral to growth. Difficulties now act as mirrors, highlighting areas that require adjustment or attention. By facing these challenges with awareness, patience, and measured response, you strengthen resilience and build confidence, enhancing your ability to navigate complex situations. Creative expression may emerge as a channel for understanding and processing your evolving perspective. Writing, art, music, or other forms of self-expression provide avenues for internal exploration and external communication. This creative engagement nurtures both intellect and spirit, harmonizing the emerging facets of your identity. Spiritual practice deepens. Whether through meditation, prayer, contemplation, or mindful awareness, these activities reinforce clarity, balance, and purpose. Regular practice cultivates patience, insight, and equanimity, supporting the broader changes unfolding in your life and enabling a more centered approach to challenges. Community involvement may take on new significance. Engagement with groups, organizations, or shared initiatives allows you to apply your experience and insights in ways that benefit others, fostering a sense of connection and contribution that aligns with your evolving sense of self. The interplay between action and reflection becomes increasingly important. Each decision, movement, and interaction carries significance, and deliberate contemplation enhances the quality and impact of your choices. Observing patterns and adjusting responses strengthens mastery over your environment and personal development. Health monitoring remains vital. Regular checkups, attention to nutrition, and preventive care ensure that the physical foundation supporting your transformation remains strong. Being proactive in health matters supports sustained energy and longevity, reinforcing the gains achieved through mindful living. Technological tools may assist in maintaining awareness and accountability. Journals, apps, or reminders help track habits, record insights, and facilitate consistent practice. Using these tools wisely can amplify benefits without creating dependency or distraction. Mentorship or guidance from trusted sources provides additional perspective. Learning from those who have navigated similar paths can offer practical strategies and reassurance, reinforcing confidence in your evolving decisions and actions. Financial planning may become more deliberate and aligned with long-term objectives. Evaluating resources, budgeting wisely, and aligning spending with values ensures that material stability supports personal growth rather than creating stress or distraction. Social dynamics continue to evolve. Relationships may deepen, fade, or transform as alignment progresses. Understanding the role of others in your life and adapting interactions with empathy and discernment fosters harmony and mutual respect. Mind-body integration becomes more noticeable. Physical sensations, emotional states, and cognitive processes increasingly inform each other, creating a holistic awareness that enhances decision-making, health, and interpersonal effectiveness. Your environment mirrors internal changes. Spaces that were cluttered, stagnant, or uninspiring may naturally be reorganized or redesigned to reflect clarity, purpose, and tranquility, supporting ongoing transformation. Unexpected opportunities may appear as synchronicities or chance encounters, often guiding you toward experiences aligned with growth and authenticity. Remaining attentive allows you to respond rather than react, maximizing the benefit of these moments. Your capacity for gratitude expands. Recognizing small and large blessings cultivates positivity and resilience, reinforcing mental and emotional well-being and enhancing engagement with life. As the year progresses, you may notice a shift in your energy patterns. Activities once draining may now feel effortless. Tasks that seemed overwhelming may now be approachable, reflecting the cumulative effect of mindful practice, alignment, and awareness. The moon's influence, reflected in the crescent mark, continues as a subtle guide, reminding you that growth is cyclical, patient, and illuminated gradually. Trust in these rhythms, honoring both action and rest as complementary forces. Intuition sharpens further. Decisions made with quiet confidence increasingly lead to favorable outcomes, reinforcing trust in your internal guidance and in the unfolding flow of events. Patience and timing remain central. Avoid rushing processes or forcing outcomes. The Crescent encourages observation, reflection, and readiness rather than haste, ensuring that progress is sustainable and aligned with purpose. You may encounter moments of self-doubt or external pressure, but these now serve as indicators rather than obstacles. Recognizing them without attachment allows you to navigate challenges with clarity and resilience. By integrating these practices and insights, you set the stage for ongoing transformation. Your mind, body, and spirit increasingly operate in harmony, creating a foundation for meaningful action and fulfillment throughout the year. As this phase continues, remain open to subtle guidance, attentive to patterns, and committed to growth. Each conscious choice, reflective moment, and intentional action contributes to the larger arc of transformation initiated by the Crescent's presence. Embrace the journey with patience, awareness, and commitment, knowing that the cumulative effect of consistent practice will manifest as profound internal and external shifts, setting the stage for a life marked by alignment, vitality, and purpose. As you transition into the next phase of the year, the fourth stage of transformation begins to manifest in subtler, yet deeply significant ways. The cumulative awareness developed in the previous phases now starts to influence your decisions, habits, and interactions with a heightened sense of purpose. Subtle cues in your environment, previously unnoticed, now carry meaning, guiding you toward actions aligned with growth and authenticity. This stage emphasizes mindfulness in all aspects of daily life. Each choice, from what you eat to how you communicate, carries amplified impact. Attention to these seemingly ordinary actions leads to extraordinary results. Even the most routine activities, such as walking, eating, or conversing, become opportunities for conscious engagement, further strengthening your connection to inner guidance. Physical vitality responds noticeably. Your energy levels fluctuate less unpredictably, and muscular strength improves with consistent mindful exercise. Simple routines like stretching, yoga, or short walks amplify health outcomes, demonstrating the connection between attention and physical resilience. Awareness of posture, breath, and motion enhances coordination and reduces the risk of injury, particularly important as you navigate age-related challenges. Emotional awareness deepens. Moments that once triggered automatic responses now invite reflection and thoughtful consideration. You may find yourself responding to situations with patience and discernment rather than impulsivity. This increased emotional intelligence enables healthier relationships, fosters understanding, and mitigates unnecessary conflict. The Crescent mark's symbolism continues to resonate. Its presence reinforces cycles of growth, reminding you that change is gradual and continuous. Phases of effort and rest, reflection and action naturally alternate, echoing the rhythm of the moon. Recognizing these patterns reduces frustration and encourages harmony with life's inherent flow. During this period, interpersonal dynamics shift. Connections that support your growth naturally strengthen, while those that impede progress quietly diminish. This is not loss but natural alignment. Engaging with individuals who resonate with your values and energy creates a supportive network, enhancing both personal and communal well-being. Financial mindfulness gains significance. Decisions made with intentionality regarding spending, saving, and investing align more closely with long-term goals. Evaluating resources carefully, rather than reacting impulsively, supports stability and prepares the foundation for opportunities that may arise later in the year. The crescent moon reminds you that timing and readiness are essential, reinforcing the importance of patience and strategic thinking. Creative expression flourishes. Activities such as writing, painting, music, or other art forms provide channels for processing insights and emotions. Engaging in creativity nurtures both intellect and spirit, offering clarity and enhancing problem-solving abilities. This process strengthens self-awareness and deepens connection to personal values, while also providing opportunities for joy and fulfillment. Restorative practices are essential. Prioritizing high-quality sleep, mindfulness exercises, or meditation contributes to mental clarity and physical rejuvenation. Regular practice supports emotional balance, enhances focus, and enables better decision-making. These habits create a stable foundation that reinforces the transformative work of earlier phases. Health monitoring remains crucial. Attending to nutrition, preventive care, and regular checkups ensures that your body remains resilient, supporting sustained engagement in the activities that promote growth. Awareness of physical and mental well-being empowers proactive adjustments, maintaining vitality and longevity. Attention to environment continues to play a role. Spaces that were cluttered, chaotic, or uninspiring may be reorganized to reflect the clarity emerging within. Physical environments influence mood, energy, and productivity. Intentional arrangement of your surroundings enhances focus, reduces stress, and fosters a sense of peace and order. Social contribution becomes meaningful. Sharing knowledge, experience, or support within your community strengthens connections and creates mutual benefit. Whether mentoring, volunteering, or offering guidance, these acts align with your evolving purpose, reinforcing a sense of contribution and legacy. Challenges and obstacles will arise, as they always do, but your approach transforms. Rather than seeing them as disruptions, you recognize them as signals, highlighting areas for attention, learning, or adjustment. Responses guided by awareness, patience, and discernment amplify growth and build resilience. The interplay between intuition and action sharpens. Decisions made with reflective attention increasingly lead to favorable outcomes. Listening to subtle inner guidance rather than external pressure ensures that choices are aligned with personal values and long-term vision. Periods of solitude provide opportunities for deep reflection. Silence and stillness allow you to integrate experiences, gain insight, and restore energy. These moments become essential checkpoints in your journey, enabling clear navigation through complexity. Your perception of time shifts. Awareness of the present moment strengthens, reducing the urgency to rush or overcommit. This presence enhances enjoyment, reduces stress, and allows more effective engagement with responsibilities and opportunities. The fourth phase also emphasizes discernment in external influences. Media consumption, social interactions, and informational intake are evaluated for alignment with values and growth. Limiting exposure to negativity or distraction reinforces focus and energy for meaningful pursuits. Opportunities for leadership and mentorship may emerge. Sharing wisdom gained through personal experience strengthens confidence and validates progress. Influence now arises naturally from authenticity, rather than from assertion or force. Physical, emotional, and spiritual integration is increasingly evident. Practices enhancing this synergy, mindful movement, reflective journaling, or contemplative exercises, amplify benefits and create a holistic sense of balance. Moments of synchronicity may increase. Seemingly coincidental events align with your path, signaling progress and encouraging attentive observation. Recognizing these patterns fosters trust in intuition and the unfolding journey. Gratitude amplifies transformation. Acknowledging daily blessings, however small, reinforces positivity, resilience, and connection to life's rhythm. Gratitude enhances engagement, reinforces well-being, and strengthens alignment with purpose. The crescent moon's quiet guidance remains central. Growth is gradual, subtle, and cumulative. Every small action, intentional choice, and conscious reflection contributes to meaningful shifts, shaping experiences and outcomes over time. As this phase concludes, your confidence grows. Internal clarity, emotional stability, and physical vitality support decisive, informed, and authentic action. By remaining mindful, responsive, and aligned, you continue to build a foundation for sustained transformation, positioning yourself to fully embrace the final phase of the year. As the final phase of this unfolding journey begins, something within you feels different. Not dramatically different, not loudly transformed, but quietly certain. The fifth shift of 2026 is not about becoming someone new. It is about fully inhabiting who you already are. Throughout this year, the crescent moon in your palm has symbolized cycles, intuition, timing, and awakening. Now it represents embodiment. Everything you have realized, released, and realigned must be lived. This is the year you stop shrinking. There may have been moments in the past when you softened your opinions to keep peace. Times when you delayed decisions because you feared judgment. situations where you dimmed your light so others would feel comfortable. That pattern ends here, not with anger, not with rebellion, but with calm certainty. You begin speaking with clarity. Not more loudly, but more truthfully. Your words carry weight because they are no longer filtered through insecurity. When you say yes, you mean it. When you say no, you do not apologize for it. This quiet confidence changes how others respond to you. The fifth thing that will happen to you in 2026 is elevation. Not sudden fame, not overnight success, but elevation in standards, in expectations, in self-respect. You will notice that you no longer tolerate environments that drain you. Conversations that revolve around gossip will feel heavy. Spaces filled with negativity will feel suffocating. Without drama, you will begin choosing differently, and those choices will reshape your life. Opportunities aligned with your new frequency will begin appearing. They may not look extraordinary at first. A conversation, an invitation, a new responsibility, but each one will carry expansion within it. You will feel it before you understand it. The crescent moon has always been about sensing before seeing. Trust that sensation. There may also be a financial or professional shift during this phase, something that rewards your consistency rather than your urgency. A recognition of effort you once believed went unnoticed. A door opening because you stayed patient when others would have quit. This is not luck. It is alignment meeting readiness. Emotionally, you become lighter. The heaviness that once followed you like a shadow no longer defines your posture. You laugh more freely. You recover more quickly from disappointment. You stop replaying old conversations in your mind. Because you understand something now. Everything that happened before shaped you, but it does not control you. There is also a deeper spiritual integration happening. You no longer search constantly for signs. You no longer need external validation to confirm your path. The reassurance you once sought outside now exists within. When challenges appear, you do not panic. You pause, you assess, you respond. That response is power. Relationships continue to refine. One connection in particular may strengthen significantly during this time. It could be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be a professional partnership. But it will feel balanced. Mutual respect, mutual effort, mutual growth. This relationship mirrors the respect you have finally given yourself. If someone from your past attempts to return, you will see them clearly. Not through nostalgia, not through loneliness, but through awareness. And you will choose from strength, not memory. Physically, your body reflects your internal stability. Movements feel more grounded. Your breath becomes steadier. Even your presence in a room feels anchored. People may begin asking you for advice. Not because you claim to have all the answers, but because your energy feels steady. You are no longer reacting to life. You are participating in it consciously. There is also a creative awakening in this final phase. An idea you once ignored may resurface. A passion you postponed may feel urgent again. This time you will not dismiss it. You will explore it seriously. And that exploration could lead to something long-term, something fulfilling. Something that feels like an extension of your soul rather than just a task. The crescent moon represents growth toward fullness. You are not fully at the full moon yet, but you are no longer in darkness either. You are illuminated enough to move forward without fear. One of the most powerful realizations of this year will be understanding your own timing. You were never late. You were never behind. You were preparing. Every delay protected you. Every setback redirected you. Every heartbreak refined you. And now, as 2026 reaches its peak energy for you, you see the pattern. Nothing was random. The fifth transformation is ownership. Owning your story, owning your desires, owning your boundaries. You stop asking for permission to evolve. There may be a physical change as well. A new look, a new environment, a new routine that symbolizes your shift, something visible that reflects the invisible growth. This external change will feel symbolic, like closing a chapter without bitterness. And perhaps the most beautiful part of this final phase is peace, not the absence of problems, but the absence of internal chaos. Even when life feels uncertain, you feel centered. Even when others panic, you remain composed. Because you trust yourself now. That trust is the true gift of the crescent mark. It was never about predicting the future. It was about preparing you to meet it with awareness. As the year closes, you may find yourself reflecting on how much has changed quietly. You think differently, you choose differently, you respond differently, and that difference has shifted your entire direction. There is one final message for you if you carry this crescent in your palm. Do not underestimate subtle growth. The world often celebrates loud transformation, but real power grows in silence, like the moon rising without sound. Your transformation was not explosive, it was consistent, and consistency builds destiny. As you step fully into this elevated version of yourself, remember to remain humble, reflective, and aware. Growth does not end here. Cycles continue. New phases will come. But you will meet them differently now, with discernment instead of fear, with patience instead of urgency, with confidence instead of doubt. Look once more at your palm. Trace the crescent slowly. It is not merely a mark, it is a reminder. You are guided, you are evolving, you are aligned, and whatever unfolds next will not catch you unprepared. Because you have done the inner work, you have faced yourself honestly, you have released what was heavy, you have chosen growth repeatedly. That is why 2026 transforms you, not through miracles falling from the sky, but through the quiet decision to rise. And now, you rise differently, grounded, aware, ready. The crescent moon in your palm was never a coincidence. It was a symbol of your becoming, and you have become.